Most colleges won't accept undocumented students, and the few that do charge them out-of-state tuition, making it nearly too impossible for their parents to afford it. The DREAM Act would make it possible for these students to go to college.
We as a country need to understand and we need to see the potential in this. And I feel that as a country, as a nation, and our politicians are failing to see that there is so much opportunity with these students. And the DREAM Act is something that should pass.
In an attempt to bring their plight to the attention of mainstream America, last July some of these students participated in an act of peaceful civil disobedience in Washington, D.C. to ask Congress to pass the DREAM Act. Sonia was one of these students.
We sat down with our caps and gowns, proud of our dreams, proud of who we are. We said undocumented, unafraid, pass the DREAM Act. We had the banner spread out and we held hands, showing the world, showing everybody. We're not gonna take no more ifs and, whatever about passing the DREAM Act. No, we want it now.
Sonia arrived in the U.S. when she was 5 years old, and although her mom tried everything she could, her status remains unresolved.
I did everything I could, but I couldn't help her. I paid a lot of money for a lawyer to try to get my papers, to try to help her go to school. I paid a lot. I spent a lot of money, but it wasn't possible.
As is the case in most acts of civil disobedience, the police were summoned to the scene, and some of the student activists, including Sonia, were arrested. Sonia is now going back to D.C. to go to court and face possible deportation.
At the moment, I just know that we're facing charges, and I've been putting my life in risk. So the risk of deportation is out in the air, it's up in the air. So anything can happen. But what we're doing is important and urges the necessary steps to take to change what's going on in society and to get the DREAM Act to pass.
Today, Sonia faces deportation in court as a consequence for an act of civil disobedience committed for a cause. But in reality, Sonia faces deportation every day, as she does not have a legal status in this country, regardless of the fact that this is the country she grew up in, the place she calls home.
Ecuador is a memory of my childhood. I am fond of my memories that I may recall. I don't have many, but home is Harlem, home is New York, home is United States.
A triumphant Sonia makes it out of court with a smile, and as devoted to the cause as the day when she was arrested.
Seguir movilizando, seguir organizando más cosas.
To keep mobilizing, to keep organizing things and supporting the youth behind me, because I won't be considered youth in a couple of years. I will continue to pursue my dreams of becoming a teacher.
Para ser profesora.